What's up guys, the Snowman here. Different kind of soccer video today. In the past I've gone over all the major lineup formations in soccer. Well, today I'm going to look at one specifically. It is the 4-2-3-1 formation. If you like this video, I can do other formations as well, but really want to look at the 4-2-3-1. So what exactly does that mean? What are the strengths of this formation? What are some of the flaws? Also want to go over some real-world examples of pro teams that have used this formation in the past.
Let's break it down now. What is a 4-2-3-1 formation? Well, in soccer formations, the numbers stand for how many players are at each position on the field. So here we have 4 lines of players. 4-2-3-1 simply means that we have 4 defenders who play just in front of the goalkeeper, 2 deeper lying defensive midfielders, also called the double pivot, 3 attacking midfielders, and then 1 lone forward or striker who plays at the top of the formation. This is what the formation looks like on paper. It's a formation that really got popular in the 2000s with teams as high pressing became a bigger part of the modern game. In terms of responsibilities for each position, the single center forward is supported by the center attacking mid or number 10 to provide the team's main central goal scoring threat. They'll sometimes rotate and swap positions to drag defenders out of shape and try to create space in front of goal. The wide attacking midfielders or wingers will commonly cut inside to provide a more direct threat on goal. When they do that, the fullbacks can overlap to provide width in the attack. So if you're going to run a 4-2-3-1, having fullbacks that are mobile and attack-minded is vital. Fullbacks are responsible for delivering crosses, cutbacks, or switching play. When the fullbacks do go up the pitch, it's nice that you still have the 2 defensive midfielders to provide security behind the ball and connect passes between the defense and attack. The 2 center backs will typically bring the ball out of defense and play into the midfield players or directly into the attackers with the ball over the top. When the 4-2-3-1 team doesn't have possession of the ball, it'll almost look more like a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1. The back 4 will defend as a compact unit with the fullbacks tucking in, the defensive mids providing support just in front of the center backs, everyone kind of falling back into place with the striker and number 10 instigating a high press when necessary. And these are some advantages of playing with a 4-2-3-1. It's a formation where a central midfield 3 can overload a midfield 2. You can get the ball to your center attacking mid in space when going up against a flat midfield. Another benefit is that the double pivot creates a solid midfield base and generates cover for fullbacks who want to push forward. There's an added layer of security in defensive transitions and extra protection in the center of the field. The 4-2-3-1 also is a formation conducive to a possession-based game, lending itself to triangles, the shape of the formation naturally providing many different passing lanes and angles to play from back to front. And because of those many different lines, you also have a sturdy, staggered defensive line with multiple layers when in a mid or low block. It's a formation that's very strong defensively in central areas, extremely difficult to penetrate through. Now, it's not a perfect formation. There are some disadvantages that come with the 4-2-3-1, one of which is the single center forward can be isolated at times. They can be sandwiched between 2 center backs all game long. Not the most breathing room because of the use of the double pivot in the defensive midfield. It can take longer for other players to push forward and support the striker. Also, a central midfield 4 can overload the central midfield 3. For example, in a 4-4-2 diamond formation, there is a numbers disadvantage in the middle, 4 against 3. And then maybe the biggest disadvantage of the 4-2-3-1, the wide areas can be vulnerable to switches of play during counterattacks if both fullbacks have pushed forward into the attacking third. Yes, you do have the 2 defensive midfielders which can help track back and cover momentarily, but a switch of play can bypass that double pivot, leaving the defense susceptible, especially when playing against a team with lightning fast forwards, so always be aware of that. Some famous examples of the 4-2-3-1 in recent times: Bayern Munich in the 2019-2020 season under Hansi Flick utilized this formation. It helps when you have one of the best strikers in the world in Robert Lewandowski, Thomas Muller providing support for him, Thiago the passing maestro in the middle with Kimmich and Alphonso Davies, super agile fullbacks that can get up and provide width but also recover quickly. Pep Guardiola used the 4-2-3-1 quite often with Manchester City in 2021, the back 4 commonly converting into 3 when they had possession. Joao Cancelo would push into midfield, allowing Ilkay Gundogan go on to make penetrating runs up the field, textbook triangles, and fluid movement on display, with the top 4 players constantly interchanging. Pep always preaching a total football mindset. And then one more example, this one, Mauricio Pochettino's Tottenham squad. Shout out coach's voice for the visuals, but this image, a good illustration of what the 4-2-3-1 can be in possession. You see those two outside fullbacks pushing up, Son and Dele Alli, the wide midfielders push in, creating loads of triangles in the attacking area. The center backs push up and provide link-up play with the double pivot. Beautiful to watch. Overall, the 4-2-3-1, an amazing formation in my opinion. It's a style that I really fell in love with during the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Pretty adaptable, advantages in both attack and defense. It's definitely a formation worth knowing the intricacies of.
Thanks a lot for watching my 4-2-3-1 explained video. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos in the future. Let me know if there's a specific formation that you've got a hankering to see. If you enjoyed it though, please subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more soccer and football content. Cheers!